Please form a line, people. Draw a waiting...
Oh, draw a waiting number, and the mayor will see you in a short while.
What's going on here? Did someone refill the peanut jar?
A girl fell from the sky. They say she's a real beauty. The mayor is about to decide who's going to give her shelter.
Yeah? Well, I doubt he'll have a hard time to decide once he's heard my story. I saved that girl from the Dark Exchequer. I am responsible for her.
Nice try, buddy. But I've made up a good story, too. Mine even has a dragon in it. So move to the back of the line and draw a number like everyone else.
I hate lines. Number 66. Almost my lucky number. The mayor wants to decide what? Who will what? Give her shelter?
Low-Tech thinks the girl should be, integrated into our community, and someone has to nurse her back to health.
I hope the mayor will choose me. She could give me a hand in the mud pits. Ever since I cut my fingertips while scrubbing rust, I tend to get infected cuticles.
You want her to scrub rust for you? That's outrageous.
Why? What do you want the girl for? Rufus?
Rufus!
Huh? What? The girl belongs to me.
That'll be determined by the mayor.
Well, how do I get to the mayor?
That's easy.
Take a number and stand at the end of the line.
Couldn't you let me cut in? See, I'm in a bit of a hurry, and...
I see.
Well, if that's the case...
Do you want my chair?
Shall we get you something to drink while you're waiting?
We could bake a cake for you, too.
Really? I like cactus cake, but no raisins. Thanks very much. And... Oh. I see. Crap. Now I'm hungry. No, really, let me go first.
Listen, Rufus, a minute ago that was a nice little joke, but now it's half annoying.
And half sad.
Where's the girl now?
She's lying in the assembly hall. Dr. Gizmo is with her.
They say she's unconscious.
I hope she isn't injured.
So do I. So do I. It's not easy stacking exhaust pipes with broken arms.
Nice hats. Did I miss a trend or something?
The roofers switched to making hats, 'cause it hasn't rained for months.
I see. And I'm sure the trousers are from the guy who used to make tarps, right?
Hey, my wife made them for me.
Well, thanks for nothing. I'll skedaddle. Hardly ever saw such stupid hats. Hardly ever saw such stupid hats. Hardly ever saw such stupid hats. Every office needs a good soul. Maybe someone should tell the mayor. Those notice boards are great. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I'd still have to search for magnets in the trash heaps. Hello, Lottie.
You too.
You too? Dear me, what a day.
Where's the girl from Elysium?
Princess Sugar.
Yeah, Princess Sugarbottom? Oh, she's lying around in the assembly hall. Of course, I knew you came because of her. It's always the same. Always the same. A beautiful young girl in a tight jumpsuit falls from the sky heavily injured, and immediately everyone's falling over themselves to help her. Hussy! Hussy!
I want to see the mayor.
Everyone.
Everyone does. Take a number and wait your turn.
Can you make an exception and let me in before the others?
It's your turn when you...
Your number comes up!
No exceptions.
Not even for me?
Especially not for you!
But the line isn't moving at all. Who's next anyway?
Number 62. I think that's Wenzel.
Wenzel is also applying? But Wenzel isn't even here.
Well, it's his turn. Wenzel is up next.
No exceptions!
Is it my turn already?
No, Number 62?
Is still up!
Wenzel.
Wenzel, exactly!
I officially want to deregister my residence here on Deponia.
Although a lot of people will be glad to hear that. Me, for instance.
That won't be possible today!
The mayor is pretty busy at the moment.
I'll skedaddle.
Don't let the door hit you.
Goal! I have to talk to her. She's gotta know who her savior is.
Rufus, do you have to snoop around here?
Hi, Inspector Gizmo.
That's Dr. Gizmo. As you know, I hold all 3 positions in this emergency station, and right now, I'm a doctor. And as a doctor, I have the right to ask, why are you bothering my patient?
She's an acquaintance of mine. I wanted to see how she's doing. Her name is Gold.
Oh, the Elysian is an acquaintance of yours, eh? Very funny. Well, as long as your lacking sense of reality doesn't keep me from doing my job, knock yourself out. Look after your acquaintance, but make it snappy. That's enough.
What? Come on!
Enough daydreaming for today. My patient needs rest. Well, at least I guess that she needs rest. In order to know for sure, she would have to wake up first.
She's unconscious. What's wrong with her? What does she need?
To be more conscious, obviously. For further tests, she would have to be awake. Unfortunately, none of my remedies seem to work.
Well, how about some really strong coffee?
Ha! The coffee that can be of help here needs to be brewed.
Doesn't every coffee need to be brewed?
Yes, right, but
Hey, not to worry, Dr. Gizmo. I have a plan.
do the world a favor and spare us your plans, Rufus. Your wacky plans have never done anyone any good, except that the mayor granted me a larger file cabinet for patients' histories.
Gizmo is a doctor, police officer, and firefighter all at once. On his best days, he has to change professions every other second. Dr. Gizmo,
What now?
will she fully recover?
She'd need to wake up first to be able to tell.
Well, why don't you wake her up then?
Well, it's not that easy. I've already tried every stimulant I could find in my medicine cabinet. None of those were strong enough. She needs something much, much stronger.
Something much, much stronger. Sounds like a job for me. I am much, much stronger, after all. I will save her.
Ha! Good luck. Did you bring some kind of miracle stimulant by any chance? Something that might wake her up? A kind of cup of coffee to the nth order?
I'm working on it.
Good, but do it someplace else.
What can I do to wake her up again?
Nothing, unless you had a miracle stimulant to wake her up.
What are you waiting for? Help her!
I would love to, but self-professed acquaintances of the patient are constantly interrupting me in my efforts.
Self-professed acquaintances. That sounds funny. Self-professed acquaintances. Think you can say that 1,000 times in a row?
Why should I? I could even say get lost 1,000 times in a row and you wouldn't get it.
What can I do to wake her up again?
Nothing, unless you had a miracle stimulant to wake her up.
I want to report an emergency.
An emergency? What is it?
Fire!
Impossible. My fire protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in fire protection sensors?
Yes, ever since you turned 8 years old, you little brat.
That was my last birthday with my dad. I got a cake. I think I even remember the fireworks.
I remember them too. Incredible how much you achieved with just 8 candles.
Robbery!
Impossible. My theft protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in theft protection sensors?
All emergency prevention tasks are united in one person, and that's me, as you very well know. A small village like Kuvaq is just not big enough to have a doctor's practice, a fire department, and a police station separately. Or at least, that's what I thought. Ever since you turned 8, I'm not so sure about that anymore.
I have this unusual pain in my back.
You should rest in bed, at home, so get lost.
No emergency. My bad.
If you say so. It sounds too good to be true.
Could you leave me alone with her for a moment?
No.
But
No.
bummer. Do you have a stimulant for me?
To make you even more annoying? I don't think so. I've used up most of the stimulants on the patient, but to no avail. I still have some left in the medicine cabinet in my office, but no one except me is allowed to access it.
We'll see about that.
What was that?
Time for me to leave.
That's what I keep telling you.
Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Not literally.
How peacefully she sleeps. This calls for extra strong coffee. Hey, Goal! Goal! Wakey, wakey! Fast asleep.
Very good diagnosis, Doctor.
Oh, well, it's just that I'm an expert in sleep. Obviously, there's a preparation for a celebration going on. Bad something. Rue. Obviously, there's a bad... This reminds me of the fireworks last New Year's Eve. The plan with the balloons was just great. It was, just on the wrong day. The balloons seem to have been stored here for quite a while. I wonder what occasion they're meant for, and why my face is on some of them.
Stop right there! Where do you think you're going?
I'll go to Elysium with Goal.
In that case, you're in the wrong place. This door leads to the mayor's office, and access is
Strictly by numbers only! So draw a number or bugger off! Stop right there! The post
The post office is closed until further notice.
Until when?
Until the sign says that it's open!
But there's no clock there.
Very observant. And now...
Get away from that door!
The post office will be open o'clock? O'clock? What o'clock? There's something missing here. Poor Lonzo. He'll be lost without me when I'm gone. Lonzo.
Yeah?
Long time no see, Lonzo.
A long time indeed.
Anything new?
Hey, you know how Kuvaq is. Nothing ever happens in Kuvaq.
Yep, without me this place would be dead.
Well, without you, there would be fewer explosions, I know that much.
It must be pretty sad for all of you that I'll be gone soon.
It's almost unbearable. Almost.
How about a shot of that old worry begone?
Well, that depends. Will you ever pay me what you owe?
Of course. I just need to get some money first. But you know that I'm always true to my word.
If you find a new word that makes you look less like a fraud.
Well said, Lonzo. Well said. Did you hear about the stranger? The girl?
Yes, but I don't care. Don't tell me you want to start quarreling about her with all the other idiots.
Well, you know me. I'm always the first in line when,
Idiots are quarreling.
Yes. Do you have something that can give someone a real boost?
Since when are you ordering coffee? Did you break Tony's coffee machine again? How often do I have to tell you that you don't filter oil that way?
No, this is not about simple coffee. I need something that really, really gets you awake. A kind of ultimate pick-me-up. Lonzo, are you okay? Okay, just forget I ever asked. I'm off.
No, wait a minute. I think I know exactly what you need. Oh boy, this is it. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Hey, wow! You have pipes, tanks, valves. It's a thing.
This is an espresso machine. But this is not just any old espresso machine. This is the mother of all espresso machines. I tuned it myself.
And you wound ribbons into its hair?
Indeed I did.
Okay, but one question remains. What exactly is this espresso?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure myself. I think it's a kind of highly concentrated coffee. The people of prehistoric times drank it.
Uh-huh. And then they forgot to switch the machine off. I see.
I built the compressor, following all the instructions that I found. Unfortunately, the pictures were pretty blurry, but I think I figured out what ingredients are needed. Take the recipe. It's right next to you on that bar stool. If you bring me these ingredients, we can start brewing. In the meantime, I'll have found my life insurance policy. I hope. Ho, I'm so excited!
What a scrawl. Okay, I need clear, reviving, and energy-rich water. The coffee powder must be black, stimulating, and made from hot beans. None of these things can be found in Kuvaq. Never mind, though. Being a master improviser, I bet I can find plenty of alternatives. Huh? What was that? Oh, the emergency station is opened again. Oh, that must mean I can choose the more daring options now.
Yeah, Gizmo's emergency station. That's exactly the point where my scripting team learned to hate me, and I learned to give myself kind of an evil laughter. I actually had the same team of scripters for the whole Deponia trilogy, or at least the lead scripters were the same. During Goodbye Deponia, the situation was a bit more complicated. Anyway, the three who were sticking around from the beginning to the end, Claudia, Alex, and Simon, and those three pulled off miracle after miracle. And I still remember, of course, how this screen earned Simon and Alex their first bags under the eyes. By now, they got a lot of those, but they've got their first. Because this room is really alterable and got all kinds of animations that need proper timing with objects that needed different conditions and states, and yet it all had played quite well together. That was a huge challenge. As it was, of course, for the artists as well. It was more or less a cheap shot in my part, to be honest. I said, okay, I only got this limited number of rooms per Deponia part, that is, so I just have to let more stuff happen in each room and make the rooms more alterable. And that's a really mean trick I pulled off. and on expense of the artists who had to draw each room 3 times, but only get paid once. That's again my evil laughter. Yeah, but content-wise was exciting to say each room is worth 3 rooms by letting it turn into 3 different forms with one pull of a lever. And all that was a puzzle spanning over multiple rooms, a puzzle corresponding with these 3 different versions of one room, visualizing this, and the puzzle turned out to be so much more complicated than in my head. That really sounded like a cool, funny idea. Yeah. But after I decided that sounded cool, we eventually decided, yeah, we'll find something cool and fun on the road down and put it away for now. That stayed and stayed and stayed. We left it there and started production, still without a clue how to put a relevant puzzle or a coherent puzzle complex for the room into this scene. Yeah, but despite all this, it turned out brilliant in the end. Still starting out very laid back with an, oh, we'll find something cool for this cabinet carousel eventually attitude didn't really help, and the room became our very own problem child. But again, I think it's cool, and as a bonus, it has very good synergy with Gizmo's character.
Crap. Locked. Distrust everywhere. I don't see what this'll be good for. I mean, I already have enough holes in my teeth. This could come in handy with my next amputation. Dr. Gizmo says Wenzel's toe could have been saved with non-corroded tools. The clown amongst the anesthetics. Clowns. Gizmo isn't here. That means I can fiddle around with his occupation modes unnoticed. It looked much lighter lying in that cupboard. Work gloves? Yeah, Gizmo is such a wimp. There's a hole in the platform. Boy, how often did people around me carry that thing screaming like babies? It's too heavy to lug around. Doesn't matter though, because I'm always cautious. Strike! No great in the world can hold me back. There, it moved while you were blinking. Ugh, I hate syringes. Luckily, I've developed an immunity to tetanus. I wonder what that stuff tastes like. I've only ever been injected right into the heart muscle so far. Come on, it can't be that hard to blow up. I mean, I manage all the time. It's lying exactly where I dropped it. You know, Tony really could have cleaned up a bit. Usually I'd say funnels are for cowards, but after my third exploded tank, well, there we go. Black powder. Looks like Tony's in her store. If I go in now, her taunting remarks will shower down on me like a hailstorm. Ah, well, what the heck. Let's get this over with.
Well, 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 look who's back. If it isn't Evel Knievel, the man who defied gravity, the conqueror of the sky, the wind jockey, the traveler on his way to the upper spheres. And yet, here he stands, right in front of me. Who'd have thought?
Believe it or not, this time I really made it. I was on board an Organon cruiser. Its destination, Elysium.
And then the longing for me became too much to bear.
I had to choose a life of eternal bliss, which means far away from you, or saving a beautiful Elysian girl from a horrible death.
Yeah, right. Rufus is doing a selfless deed. I would love to laugh, but my belly's still aching from when you were dragged through the junk.
I'll show you. I'll wake the girl, and she'll take me to Elysium, and then you'll be sorry. You'll all be sorry. How's business?
When did that interest you ever?
Who says I take an interest? I'm just being extremely polite.
First and foremost, you have an extremely distorted view of yourself.
Oh, that's because my reflection in the mirror is so blindingly bright.
Ugh!
Why so cranky?
Why? You have destroyed my mailbox, devastated my backyard, gobbled down all my food supplies, and if I find out that the disappearance of my favorite pair of boots is connected in any way to the construction of your ridiculous escape pod, may God have mercy on your soul.
I had to carry the black powder in some kind of vessel, didn't I?
What?
Nothing. I'd like to buy something.
With what? Or did you get a job recently that I don't know anything about?
I'll pay you back. Really.
Oh!
I wanted to say goodbye before I leave this dump.
New escape plans, have we? You are deluded. You'll never get out of here. Never, ever, ever. And that means I'll have you on my back for the rest of my life.
What are those vouchers?
They're gift vouchers. You hand them in at the post office, and they deliver the merchandise.
Cool. I'll take them.
Hey, hands off!
What?
They don't come free.
I thought they were gift vouchers.
Ugh!
The first aid cabinet is locked.
What? Did you injure yourself again?
Not yet.
Too bad. You know what? Tell me when you have. I'll have a good long laugh, and then I'll give you the key.
You wouldn't have some coffee somewhere around here, would you?
Since you've been staying with me, I've only had decaf, and even that is too strong. Maybe I should finally get rid of the coffee grinder. It's just using up space, like you.
I need some ingredients.
If there's nothing in the fridge, you won't be getting anything else.
No, I mean...
End of discussion. Start earning your own money, and you'll be able to buy your own food.
I've got to go.
I've been saying that for years, but here you still are. Hey, stop it! What exactly are you trying to pull off?
I just thought it'd be good to take some of these mail order coupons with me. Then I can use them to send all my friends on Deponia some hooks and lead weights, obviously, just like it says on these vouchers.
Okay. First of all, you don't have any friends. You are a self-centered egomaniac who doesn't give a bleep about anybody apart from himself. Besides, what makes you think you could just walk in here and take things from my store?
Couldn't I just pay you later?
Pay me later? Pay me later? How the heck are you gonna pay me back, smartass? Or did you finally, after all these years, get a real job? Did you?
Well, not exactly, but...
Isn't it enough that I still let you live at my place? That I still feed you? And I guess you think you're thanking me by letting me get rid of all the junk and garbage you produce every day. Why am I still putting up with this? I mean, really, why do I still do it? It's not like we're still... Oh, this sucks! My blood pressure! I have to meditate. Breathe in, breathe out.
Ah, ouch! Hey! Ouch! Look at that!
Ah, such a tiny wound, and what a great pleasure. That is to say, wait a minute. You dirty rat. Did you try and steal hooks from me again?
Tony, please, I'm bleeding to death here.
If there was even the slightest bit of hope that you'll ever learn from your mistakes, I'd say, suit yourself. But unfortunately, you've proven once too often that you'll never learn. So here you go. Just take the key for the first aid kit and get out of my store.
If you didn't nag all the time, maybe I'd be able to listen to what you're saying for a change. This is Wenzel's house. He'll be flabbergasted when he hears about my newest adventure. I bet he'll be pretty disgruntled, because he decided not to come with me. He'll start shaking and get crying fits. Why am I not as cool and daring as you, Rufus? I also want to experience such great excitement. But deep down in his heart, he knows that he just isn't cut out for this. He'll get seriously depressed. Oh boy, I really hope he's home. Wenzel!
Hey, Rufus. Back already? That was really fast this time.
Yeah, this time I almost made it. Unfortunately, like so often, my human kindness got in my own way.
Of course. That darn human kindness of yours. It's always getting into your way, right?
Indeed.
You never get anything done anymore.
Well, there are just too many humans.
They should all be...
Drowned in the Red Rust Sea. Exactly.
That darn human kindness. By the way, thanks for all your stuff.
What? Wait, isn't that my chest?
Well, you said I could have your stuff if your plan works out.
But...
And your plan did work out. You just said so yourself, didn't you?
Yes, but...
Well, that's settled then.
Have you heard about that woman from Elysium?
Who hasn't? This wouldn't have anything to do with you by any chance.
Hey, you know me. Wherever there's a woman that needs rescuing, I'm there.
You're right. There really does seem to be a connection.
I was there when the girl fell from the sky.
It's all right. I'm sure it was just an accident.
No, you're getting this all wrong. I saved her.
Of course you did.
Don't you want to go to the town hall?
To apply for giving shelter to the Elysian woman? The thought has crossed my mind. I even got a waiting number. But then I thought, what have I got to offer?
Yeah, nothing.
If I were rich or found a water vein, I might have a chance. But like this.
By the way, you're holding up the line.
So what? As long as I haven't found a water vein, I don't even have to show up.
How the hell did you manage to open the trunk?
Well, all you have to do is disengage the child-proof lock. But the only thing in there was this weird stick.
That's my father's divining rod.
You think so? Legend has it that it always brought him luck. He found the water vein Kuvaq's built on with this very rod.
Yeah? Well, if my father really always had that much luck, then why didn't he manage to take me along when he left Deponia?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Hey, maybe you can find water with the divining rod.
And where, pray tell, would I start to look? In my basement? I should say that's highly improbable.
Maybe you can help me organize a few things.
Again? You haven't even returned my lawnmower yet.
Oh yes, the lawnmower. You'd better get a new one. The old one had lousy aerodynamics.
What is it this time?
Do you have any idea where I can get a stimulant?
Have you asked Dr. Gizmo?
Oh yeah, he did say something along those lines.
I'm sure he must have something in his office.
Good thing that I have such a phenomenal memory. I wouldn't have come to that conclusion otherwise. Do you have any idea where I can get some blackish powder?
Black powder? No idea. Aren't you the expert concerning all things explosive? After all, every other invention of yours blows up.
Which at the same time means that every first one doesn't. Do you have any idea where I can get clear water?
Clear water? Pfft, that stuff only exists in legends.
So what? My whole project is legendary.
Legend has it that your father once found clear water. That's how he got to be mayor of Kuvaq. They say that there are still a few bottles hidden away in the town hall.
That's my old man, all right. He left Deponia, but instead of bequeathing me his fortune, he hid it.
At least he left you the divining rod. Maybe it is possible to find some water with it.
Dream on. Do you have any idea where I can get revitalizing fluid?
I once heard that it is supposed to be revitalizing to drink the blood of a bull.
You believe everything people tell you, don't you?
Like I'll get back the money that I loaned you?
Exactly. Do you have any idea where I can get energy-rich water?
Energy-rich water? What's that supposed to be? The only energy I know of is in the car batteries you find in the trash heaps everywhere.
Yeah, well, I should have guessed that you can't give much useful information concerning energy, lazy bum. I think I'd better do this myself. Let's be honest, you were never a big help anyway.
Whatever you say.
Never a big help. Brilliant.
What?
You don't get it? Not a big help. Because you're small. Later.
Exactly.
This wasn't half as funny as I thought it would be. Hey, that's my dad's divining rod.
Don't even think about it, Rufus. It's mine now.
But it's a family heirloom.
So, a gift is a gift. Boy, I can hardly wait to give it a try. Maybe I can find a well somewhere near. And once I'm rich,
We'll split 50-50.
I might lend you the rod for a couple of hours.
Wenzel lives in a kind of dollhouse. I'm a big fan of screens like that unfold room by room, even though everything happens basically on the same screen. And that's why I took the liberty of doing it exactly that way in this case. We did it in a new beginning as well, in a more limited way, and I'm just very fond of that. It's a great use of adventure visuals. Adventure screens are pretty similar to a theater stage, in fact. There you would do it with lighting, and here we use visuals. When I do the writings for a game, dialogues always come second after the cutscenes. Here I establish the characters and their relationships, and so I did with the relationship between Rufus and Wenzel, and I was glad I could give it some depth via multiple choice dialogue. I'm especially looking forward to the part where Rufus laughs at him, going like, "That's because you're so small." That's the punchline, and I just spoiled it. But with the proper build-up, it's a real comedic jewel. Additionally, you can enjoy one of the scarce nude scenes in the screen, but that's happening much later, well, depending on when you actually clicked this. So, have fun.
Ah! Poor Wenzel. His tender heart will break when he finds out that the well in his basement isn't real. Quick, I don't want to miss the moment. Wenzel?
I'm down here. Come quick. You won't believe your eyes.
Poor Wenzel still thinks he struck water down there. Instead, his cellar is simply flooded. Bad luck. What's up, Wenzel?
I struck water.
Well, Wenzel, maybe you shouldn't get too excited. Sometimes you just think you struck water, and then it's just... Wait a second. You really struck water.
Unbelievable, isn't it? I am rich.
But that's impossible.
And it's all thanks to you. Well, thanks to your father's divining rod. You are a true friend. You know what? You shared with me, and now I'll share with you.
Really?
Of course. I share with you this very moment. The moment of triumph. Let's enjoy it together. What's that grinding noise?
It's not my teeth.
I see. I'm rich!
I don't like the direction this is taking at all. Is this really necessary? Aww. The seats are covered in tasteless pink leatherette. A puppet is pirouetting in the corner, and on the driver's sign it says, Sugar Puff. Stupid name. You have to be age 6 or older to use this device. Oh, how boring is that? Brilliant idea, Rufus. What could a lonesome bull crave more than a well-chilled glass of gnat's piss? Okay, I'll use the cow. Main thing is that it worked. You have to be age 12 or older to use this device. Well, that's better, but it's still pretty boring. The bull's spirits really need to be pumping before I ride it. Aw, does that upset you? Well, an accomplished matador like me knows how to bring the blood of a bull to a boil, or whatever liquid it is that's pumping through those tubes. Draw blood from an enraged bull? Child's play. Bull's blood. Check. You have to be age 18 or older to use this device. Ah, the blood mode. Well, it's still below my class, but at least the taurine tanks are open now. Hello again.
Hey,
Rufus.
exactly.
About my key again.
Again? Well, if you insist. What was your name again?
Sugar Puff.
Sugar Puff? Maybe I found your key, Sugar Puff, but I need to be sure it really belongs to you. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Pink, you say? That sounds about right. And, do you have a special hobby?
I, love the ballet.
Bullseye! Then this must be your key. This must be your lucky day, Sugar Puff.
Yeah, I'm so happy I could just explode.
Really? I might have a one-time job for you down in the mine.
Your parrot doesn't seem to be feeling so well.
Holy cow! He's completely knocked out. How are we supposed to detect dangerous fumes now?
It's always the same. The warning light is the first thing to break.
You can take the bird if you want to. He's useless to me like that.
I'm as deadly as a poison dart frog, but much cooler. A poison dart,
Oh, the blast signal. Take cover! Imminent blast!
I would have earned the 1, but I guess the 63 will have to do.
Ah, Rufus, I believe you may very well want to congratulate me. The mayor was very excited to hear about my discovery. He believes the water vein might make Kuvaq one of the 3 richest settlements in the southern quadrant. Right now, he's hearing one more applicant, but for now, it looks like I'll be the one.
Goal is supposed to live at your place? Oh, don't make me laugh.
What? Now that I have a water vein on my property, I'm one of the most influential people of Kuvaq. And with an orbit pixie in my house, I might even become an honorary citizen. Who knows? One day, I might even follow in the footsteps of your father.
But I was the one who saved her, and I'm the one who gave her shelter.
Rufus, you don't even have a house. So how do you suppose you'll convince the mayor?
Well,
Next stop, number 63, please.
Hello, Lottie.
You again?
You again?
Is it my turn already?
Yes, it is. I
Already called your number,
didn't I?
I'll skedaddle.
Don't let the door hit you.
Rufus, so how do you suppose you'll convince the mayor?
Well, Low-Tech, I have to talk to you. It's about... Low-Tech?
What? Who's disturbing me?
Whoa. Are you really sleeping in your desk?
This is the mayor's traditional resting place. Before me, your father used to sleep in here. That was before he betrayed the community.
Huh. Well, I can totally understand that.
Well, he left you behind too.
Be that as it may, who sleeps in a desk anyway?
Admittedly, the desk isn't aligned correctly with the planet's magnetic field, but your father had a device installed to correct that.
What? I'm here for the Elysian girl.
They all are, but you're too late. The hearing is over.
Over? But it was me who found her.
As far as I know, it was Hannick who found her.
Well, I found her first.
And you just left her lying there?
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
But I saved her life.
I find that hard to believe, considering you're responsible for 90% of all injuries that happen in Kuvaq.
Well, but 90% of those have been my own injuries.
Listen, Rufus. Whenever chaos breaks out in Kuvaq, you are responsible for it. As far as I know, you might even be responsible for that girl falling from the sky.
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
But I have to help her return to her world.
To Elysium? That's a good joke. You should know better than anyone else that there's no way to leave Deponia. Nothing that ends up on Deponia will ever leave again.
My dad made it.
That's neither probable nor verifiable. I know that's what you'd like to believe, but I believe it's more likely that your father ended up crashing into some trash heap. With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
That's too bad.
How exceptionally reasonable of you. I've made my decision, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm starting to run out of good arguments here.
Finally! There is a God! Are we done here? I really need to go to the assembly hall.
You bet.
Oh, now what?
I officially want to deregister my residence here on Deponia.
You don't even have your own residence, do you? You're mooching off your former girlfriend.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not sleeping in the drawer of my desk.
Watch your tongue, son. This is the mayor's traditional resting place. If only your father were here to put you in your place. You know darn well he worked here before me.
Oh yeah, you mean he slept here?
You don't even know what real work is. If you'd put in a little more effort, you could have followed in your father's footsteps.
My father's footsteps led away from this dump, and I'll get away from this rock too.
And you think you'll reach your goal without a serious effort? I'm beginning to understand why he didn't take you with him.
Ouch. What? Instead of just moving the desk, my dad preferred messing with the planet's magnetic field?
Well, he was the most egocentric and stubborn person I've ever met.
That's a lie.
Oh yeah? Why do you think he left you here? Because he didn't care about anyone but himself. Not even his own son. Not even for his own son. Pretty ironic that you've become just as egotistic as he was back then.
Egotistic? Me? Ha! Just recently, I risked my own life to save a girl from the clutches of the Organon.
Completely without ulterior motives, I suppose.
You better believe it.
My ass.
You'll be surprised, Low-Tech. I will save the girl. And then everyone on this planet will realize how selfless I really am. But then it'll be too late, because then I'll already be sitting in some cocktail lounge in Elysium and laughing about you fools and how you still have to live in this junkyard. You'll see. I can't stop thinking about what you said, that my father manipulated the planet's magnetic field.
Well, get over it. Your father installed that device for a reason. He manipulated the magnetic field so he could sleep in harmony with the field lines.
I can't imagine how that's supposed to work.
Well, it does work. I sleep like a baby. The only downside is that carrier pigeons are constantly crashing into my window.
When does the post office open?
Whenever I feel like it. I am the mayor, you know.
What a stupid rule.
That was your father's idea.
Stupid, but not bad. Not bad at all. The girl belongs to me.
Wrong. I've already made the decision.
I'm starting to run out of good arguments here.
Finally. There is a God. Are we done here? I really need to go to the assembly hall.
No, that's it.
Well, then just beat it. I need to get to the assembly hall.
What's this? A hidden compartment? Well, looks like Dad's secret will see the light of day after all. A key. My dad knew I'd be clever enough to find it. I wonder what I'd get for it if I melted it down. What a pile of junk. Hey, that's Dad's water glass. I hardly ever saw him without it. He must have been worried about dehydration. This might be unnecessarily complicated, but I'm certain Dad wanted to make sure that I'm the only one who could get this far, get to his big secret, his legacy. His liquor cabinet. There's a message from the mayor of Buzo Westfog. OOICURNEDOT. Huh? Either a cat was jumping up and down on the keyboard, or the operator must have gotten that all wrong.
Finally, we're in the mayor's office, and of course we have to get gold, or rather we shouldn't go to the mayor, but there was this line. Different an eye on all this at once, and that's why we integrated the hint system. It's not really a hint system, so we just call it a quest log, make sure I don't call it a hint system, but instead using the correct term. I make this little rhyme, in my head, or whatever jingles are supposed to do anyway, and just to make sure to pass that to my brain. Gunnar, our lead animator, and John, my assistant, will support me on this song, so I never say this is more else. There's an audio commentary on the Deponia Computer Edition songs, and one of them goes like this. I'm stuck in some deep shit, yeah, it's been up to my ears, and I gotta admit there's going down in recent years. I had so many noble and ambitious aims to catch. I deemed those goals as focal points, but somehow I lost track. And looking back, I asked myself, do I still cook with gas? And if that's so, why does it feel like slogging through this ground fog. How can I become clear on how to smear my clogged up gear? I guess I need a quest log. Quest log! Quest log! Like a rescue ring! Quest log comes on angel's wings, I guess I need a quest log. How on earth did I end up so helplessly astray? And how did I get stranded? What feels like is on my way? I ran in circles trying to find my future me. Through branching possibilities, I could not see the tree. Or am I still on route? And everything will turn out good. And if so, why does my progress feel like a downright headlock? What would you do if your to-do list is caught in a loop? You do if your to-do list is caught in a loop. You do if your to-do list is caught in a loop. You do if your to-do list is caught in a loop. I guess I need a quest log. Quest log! Quest log! Like a rescue ring! Quest log comes on angel's wings, I guess I need a quest log. Quest log! Quest log! Like a rescue ring! Quest log comes on angel's wings, I guess I need a quest log.